Janine screamed. "You are being so bad!" She quickly apologized to the clerk and then abandoned her shopping cart to carry her son, now bawling, to the parking lot. There, she shoved him into his car seat, and then she too broke into tears. "I didn't recognize myself," Janine told me the next day. "I just feel so guilty." She had called her son bad when everything she knew about him told her otherwise. When he was calm, he was loving, gentle, and polite. Why hadn't Janine's efforts succeeded in calming her son? Why had things gone so quickly and horribly wrong? And what could she have done differently? Nearly everyone who raises or cares for children has experienced plenty of moments like Janine's. In more than 3 decades as a child psychologist, I have met countless parents like her, caring, compassionate, insightful people, eager to see their children flourish and thrive, but now wondering what they are missing. Again and again, I hear the same refrain. "We're doing what the parenting books say to do. Why is it falling short?" These parents are asking the same questions mothers and fathers have posed for generations. Questions you may have, too. Why does my daughter refuse to cooperate or listen to me? Why is my son's behavior so unpredictable? Why is he such a picky eater? Why can't she sleep through the night? How can we set appropriate limits? How can I tell whether I'm expecting too much from my child or too little? And then there's perhaps the most important question Janine asked me that morning, one that I've heard from countless parents before and since. Why do I keep losing it with my child when I know better? Just as they share these questions and concerns, most parents also share the same deeply felt desire to raise children who will grow up to be resilient, confident, happy, and independent people. But how to do that? Whose parenting advice is worth following? Parents today are bombarded with more guidance from more perspectives than ever before. From social media influencers to friendly or judgmental neighbors, to school specialists, to TED Talks, to whatever a Google search turns up. You can choose among conscious parenting and attachment parenting and free-range parenting and dozens of other philosophies. Which is best? And what's the optimal solution to challenging behaviors? Timeouts? Reasoning? Ignoring? Pausing and counting to 3? Something else? Of course, parents want what's best for their children. But many of those I see in my practice are understandably confused and perplexed about what that is. With so many perspectives to choose from, whose wisdom can you trust? In more than 3 decades working with children and their families, I have come to realize that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to successful child rearing. What's most important isn't the rules, but the child. What's crucial isn't understanding someone else's guidelines, but understanding how our parenting is landing in our child. Once we have some insight into how a child is absorbing the interactions and circumstances they experience, we can begin to discover more personalized and more effective answers to common parenting questions. The problem is that too often we focus on a child's behaviors instead of the child. We're concerned about solving problems instead of cultivating relationships and building bonds. In this book, I'll share how you can shift the focus from the behavior to what's underlying the behavior, to redirect your efforts from understanding a parenting approach to understanding your child. My aim is to help you adapt your parenting to the individual needs of your child, and in turn, build a connection that helps them become more resilient. In short, parenting isn't about a theory or a hypothetical approach. It's about you and your child. This book will help you shift from managing behaviors to using those behaviors as clues to help understand your child's inner reality, the child's sensory experiences, feelings, and emotions. Most parenting books suggest top-down response.